Here at Victory Park, Josh Gowling, 3-2 narrow defeat. Great game to watch, but what was it like as a manager out there?
Yeah, I don't even know what to say, to be honest. If you actually look at it, we've probably lost the game on throw-ins, which is frustrating. We thought we controlled the first half, looked tidy, looked good in possession, scored worthy winners at half-time, come out second half, and to be fair to them, they obviously up their game, which they do. They're good at what they do, they're consistent at what they do, but we just didn't deal with throw-ins. And we spoke about it at half-time, dealing with their threat from their throw-ins, which is why we set up the way we did, but we didn't deal with the first contact. And the reality is they just wanted to head the ball more than we did from the initial throw, so that's why we lost the game.
As a defender, you have to attack that ball that's thrown in. You're as well old enough to remember Dennis Wise for Wimbledon. He used to take the corner kicks floated into that dangerous area. If somebody gets a flick on, there's very little you can do about it.
Yeah, but you look at the two goals and they're pretty much identical, aren't they? When the first contact is dropped down, he's had time, he's turned and finished. It's criminal. If we want to get where we want to go, and I've said it to them in there, we can't be doing things like that. At the end of the day, you scored 2 goals away from home, you expect to win the game. And we expected to win today after half time. So you come out second half, we still had some good opportunities. Obviously, Miles come on, done well, scored. That should be 2-1, game done. But unfortunately, because we can't deal with a long throw, that's cost us.
Do you not feel it's significant though that Chorley know they're in a real battle out there today? I mean, you might take heart from that.
No, because we've let in 3 goals. Oh, free kick's fine. Free kick's not a free kick, by the way. And this is not me moaning. I was moaning the other day. He's fell over and he's got a free kick we'd have scored from, which again continues this season. But if you can't win headers in the box, you're not going to win games of football. That's the reality of it.
But you have to move on, and you've got Boston next week, another game against a team in and around those playoff positions. I guess it's up to you now to lift the players if they're as frustrated as they seem to be, despite a decent performance, apart from those defensive lapses.
Yeah, well, we've been in the mix, haven't we, in teetering just nearly the playoffs. So I've said to them in there, that stops today. So if we want to do something, we want to get where we want to go, that stops today. Because we had a really good opportunity now to get in there or get very close, and we've let it slip. So we're going home against Boston, who is Paulcock's team, we know how he plays, so we know what to expect. So if we can't do it here, then we're going to have problems on Saturday. So the lads have got to roll their sleeves up and put the work in. We'll put it in on the training ground to make sure that don't happen again, because like you said, I'm a centre half, and if I played today, it wasn't necessarily centre half's fault, don't get me wrong, and I was a bit of a head on the stick, I'm heading all them out. So, and that's the thing we've got to do. I thought, Christian and Ben have been brilliant all season, so it's not on them at all. But it's just like little things like clearances. If we've got a long throw, don't clear the ball in our final third. Try and get it a bit higher up the pitch. I'm frustrated, they're frustrated, because we know how good we can be. You can see, obviously, the last time they lost was when they played us. So they're a good side, don't get me wrong, but I thought we controlled the game, especially first half, and it shows what we're about, but we can't have patches. We can't have a half good, second half bad, or first half rubbish and then second half better. So we need a complete performance. And we had that at Kiddie. I guess we're still searching for that in a sense. So it puts the lads in the frame now.
But so Seb Revan didn't attack quite as much, or wasn't allowed to attack as much in the second period as he was in the first.
I don't think it was that. I just think they just spun the balls in behind well. I think our clearances weren't as long. I think if you look at the first half, especially the wind, you probably don't notice it, but when you clear balls, you clear over the top of the back four, and they found it hard to get out. And I think it was that for a second half. We just couldn't get out when they cleared balls well. They did clear balls well, so we just couldn't really get out of the pitch. And then we didn't really get a grip of it in midfield as we did in the first half to be able to work the ball up to get up into the final third. So he ended up sitting back a little bit. But like I said, credit to them. They worked hard. They had endeavour. They were physical, and they got the rewards at the end of it.
Did they give you a pointer to what you'd like at Edgar Street in terms of the playing staff and the strength of it?
Did what?
Chorley.
What?
Would you like to emulate the sort of quality and strength they have in depth?
Well, we're a different team, aren't we? So they're a good side, no doubt about it. But we're not. I'm not going to change any of our lads for anyone. So yes, they work hard and they're consistent. I think that's the big thing. So if you want to take something away from this, is that we need to be more consistent throughout the game. Do you know what I mean? But the way we play, I think we're one of the best footballing sides in the league, to be honest. So I wouldn't change any of my lads, but we just need to be more consistent.
Thanks for your time.
Cheers, thank you.